All right, folks. Something's been bothering me ever since I saw episode 9 of, episode 9. Not episode 9 of The Mandalorian, because there were only 8 episodes in the first season. Really? 8 episodes makes up a season? Okay, but episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, the movie. All right, so at one point, Palpatine, awesome character. So glad they brought him back to be a bad guy. I mean, they had to. They had to have a better bad guy than Kylo Ren, because Kylo was just kind of like this petulant child. Anyway, so bring back a classic bad guy. He's battered in Darth Vader. Emperor Palpatine, probably the most evil, Force user ever, and possibly the most powerful. Anyway, at some point, he says, "I made Snoke," right? In that kind of I made Snoke, and I love that guy's voice. So what did he mean by that, right? So why would he say he made Snoke? Now there's a couple ways, of course, you could interpret this. Did he make Snoke, did he make him like a made man, like in the mafia, how made men are made? Where he rises up through the ranks and then he becomes like one of the Sith, like one of the bad guys. Did he mean that figuratively? Or did he actually mean that he physically made Snoke, like the physical body, like he created the organism of Snoke? And what I'm getting at here is that, Palpatine comes back after Return of the Jedi when he's thrown down a reactor shaft, presumably dies. How could your body survive being thrown down a reactor shaft? So my theory is that he was into this cloning technology. Maybe he cloned himself and transferred his life essence into another body, like a backup, like a clone. And Snoke may have been a kind of some kind of experiment with cloning and all, because he's all messed up, his face is all messed up. Now, the reason I say this is because obviously we've got the Clone Wars. So cloning exists in the Star Wars universe. And in fact, when Obi-Wan goes to Kamino and talks to the Prime Minister there of that planet and starts to try to feel out the information, what's going on here, and the Prime Minister of Kamino says, didn't your master Sifo Dyas, or Sifo, did he say Sifo Dyas? Sifo Dyas. Did he, he ordered this army, and blah, blah, blah. And isn't he still a member of the Jedi Council? So, according to, Sifo Dyas becomes a character later. But at that time, in the world of the canon, in the world of the movies, Sifo Dyas doesn't exist. Nobody's ever heard of him. Mace Windu didn't hear of him. Obi-Wan doesn't know who he is. And actually, if you look at Wikipedia, there's talk about the early draft of Attack of the Clones, and Sifo Dyas is actually spelled Sido Dyas. And if you say Sido Dyas, it's starting to sound a little bit like Sidious, Darth Sidious. So Palpatine being Darth Sidious, okay, you're starting to see what I'm getting at here. Okay, so maybe Sidious orders the clone army. So maybe he ordered some clones of himself too, because he knows how to transfer his energy into another body. So he's got a backup. Plus, people are cutting off limbs everywhere with lightsabers, in this universe. So you might want to have some backup, transplant material. Anyway, just throwing this out there. That's what I'm coming up with here. That's what I got out of that. That's where my mind is going. So here's the thing. this could go a lot of different ways. So you guys tell me in the comments below whether I'm way off base here, or whether this sort of sounds like it could go somewhere. So let me know what you think. That's what this is all about. This is about discussing our favorite stuff here. You know, our favorite like movies, universe, Star Wars. So you know, subscribe to the channel because the channel's young and it needs some help. And throw it up there, and we can have more discussions like this. So share it, like it. You know, subscribe to the channel. And I know what you guys are waiting for. You guys are waiting for this. Yeah. It's pretty awesome, huh? All right. May the Force be with you. I'll see you in the next video.